having this military parade for Donald Trump's big, birthday, is that a little bit feel authoritarian? Does it feel that way to you?
No, not at all. One of the things that, people need to realize is having a strong military is the biggest tool we can use against terrorism and totalitarianism. It's like everybody,
Even when you're sending that military to American streets, it's still somehow fighting totalitarianism?
Yeah. Well, guess what? I grew up in Detroit, all right?
No, but I'm saying you're talking about fighting totalitarianism, but Donald Trump is sending troops to American streets.
Well, because they're protecting federal assets. They're not.
What about states' rights?
What?
What about states' rights, though?
You know what? He has control of the National Guard. He can nationalize them at any time.
Right, but governors should be able to say yes or no to that, right?
No, because if Gavin Newsom doesn't want to do what's right by his people and by the law enforcement officers...
But what about states' rights? The states have rights too, right?
They do?
40% of Donald Trump's wealth has been accumulated since he became president because of 2 crypto coins. The New York Times did interviews with foreign buyers of this cryptocurrency who came over here to have dinner with him. A guy from South Korea.
This is not even part of the segment.
So what?
You're talking about a meme coin.
Yeah, I'm talking about who's corrupt and who is profiting off the American office.
Did he try to cover that up? I don't think so.
Yeah, Caroline Levitt said
you're defending an administration that covered up a dying leader, and you're sitting here going, but meme coin, meme coin.
I'm saying billions.
All right, let's give Paul a
dollars.
chance to clean it up real quick. Paul, final thoughts.
Clean on my side of the street.
And it's all based on one distinct premise, and that is we are being led by someone who doesn't know what they're doing. And out of Doge has a skeleton staff of utility infielders that are just out there with 8 different jobs each, and nobody has any follow through and wherewithal to get things done. And if anything does get done, it will be a happy accident, not because of the judicious plan that was put into place by a 5th level Jedi chess master. That's bull. And the chaos right now on the world stage is a direct function of that incompetence.
So for the first time in many years, we'll slash the cost of prescription drugs, and we will bring fairness to America. Drug prices will come down by much more, really, if you think 59. If you think of a drug that is sometimes 10 times more expensive, it's much more than the 59%. It depends on the way you want to analyze it, but in one way you could analyze it that way. But between 59 and 80, and I guess even 90%. So when I worked so hard in the first term, and if I got prices down, remember I was the only one to ever get prices down for a full year, but I'd get them down like 2%, and I thought it was like a big deal. Well, we're getting them down 60, 70, 80, 90%. But actually more than that, if you think about it in the way mathematically.
You don't know that I'm going to even do it. You don't know. I may do it. I may not do it. I mean, nobody knows what I'm going to do. I can tell you this, that Iran's got a lot of trouble, and they want to negotiate. And I said, why didn't you negotiate with me before? All this death and destruction. Why didn't you negotiate? I said to the people, why didn't you negotiate with me 2 weeks ago? You could have done fine. You would have had a country. It's very sad to watch.
Do you believe that Iran is still committed to peace?
Yeah, I do. They violated it, but Israel violated it too.
Are you questioning if Israel is committed?
Israel, as soon as we made the deal, they came out and they dropped a load of bombs, the likes of which I've never seen before. The biggest load that we've seen. I'm not happy with Israel. When I say, okay, now you have 12 hours, you don't go out in the first hour and just drop everything you have on them. So I'm not happy with them. I'm not happy with Iran either. But I'm really unhappy if Israel's going out this morning because of one rocket that didn't land, that was shot, perhaps by mistake, that didn't land. I'm not happy about that. You know what? We basically have 2 countries that have been fighting so long and so hard that they don't know what the they're doing. Do you understand that?
Now, as we all well know by now, Donald Trump's persona is a master businessman, the ultimate deal maker, the man who never gets anything wrong. We know that that's complete and total BS. And I mean, it's not as if we needed a Trump 2.0, a second Donald Trump administration for us to realize that Donald Trump is a complete fraud. All he's ever done his whole life is rip people off. He doesn't pay those who work for him. You know, he's had how many wives has the dude had? The dude, you know, his pregnant wife is upstairs, and then he slips into the hallway and sexually assaults another woman in the closet before he goes up. That's who he is. That's the type of person that this man is. The ultimate deal maker, the anti-war president who just got us into a war with Iran because he follows Netanyahu around and does whatever he says. Why is Netanyahu at war with everybody? Sure, there's Zionism, but at the end of the day, what's really going on is that Netanyahu knows that if he's not at war, he's going to be taken out of power. And if he's taken out of power, he's going to go to prison. So all of this potential World War III at the end of the day is just so that Netanyahu can stay out of prison. But it's like, dude, you already lived most of your life, so what difference does it make? Donald Trump, who has made over $600 million since he became president the first go round, he said he was going to divest himself from all of his businesses, but of course he didn't do it because he's a con artist and a fraud. I mean, the dude who goes on to say nobody knows anything more than him, nobody knows anything like him, somehow, how were y'all fooled by this? This was not a difficult decision. Kamala Harris or Donald Trump? I don't know. Who's going to be better for the economy? Who's going to be... This was not a difficult decision. At the end of the day, all of this is because much or broader racist elements of white America, the white nationalist elements of this country, they couldn't handle the fact that a black man was president for 8 years. So here comes Donald Trump with his birtherism BS. And now, all the way up till here, the COVID fallout, everything that this man has bungled and done, nonetheless, we put him back in office. And we still have 3.5 years left of this man. I don't know how we're going to make it through.